All right, welcome back. So we've got some decks that you see here. These are my new demo decks for Mage War 1.1, and I'm going to go over these in the next series of little videos here. And I think I mentioned in the discussion post, possibly in a video, that I had translated over some decks from MTG Pauper, and these three are those. And then over here, we've got kind of a more original deck, so I'll give you a quick preview, and then in this video, we will go over this one right here. So, starting on the right, we have the translated Delver deck. This one is chaotic neutral. Here we have kind of a translated mono-black deck called Underworld Market, and that is lawful evil. Here we have a translated Bogles deck, although this one has the most liberties taken in its design, creative license, as you will. This one is chaotic evil. This one is called Ancient Bogles. Lots of fun, but I tried to follow the same strategy. It differs, I think, more than these two decks right here from the Pauper original. And then this one is kind of a more original deck. This one is called the Deck of Many Threats, aka Purple Alert, and it is a chaotic neutral deck. And this one is very fun, but we will get to this last. Starting over here for this video, we have Underworld Market. This is a lawful evil deck, and it is 22 cards. So, starting with the auras, we've got our Cycle, Cosmic Grindwheel. And I've been drinking coffee, so my hands might be a little sweaty, but you know, that's how we get hard work done. We drink lots of coffee here, and we play with cards. So, we have one Pool of Blood. This is our bounty. We only want one of these in the deck. So, yeah, just one. One Underworld Contract. Sorry, the greed is written so terribly there. I just didn't want to waste a card when I was making that little writing error. But this is an Arch Greed. And Arch is kind of a new ability, or it is a new ability. So let me read it to you here. So Arch is a new special ability, can be given to auras and allies, not items though. It says, if you took damage this turn when you play this card, then you may choose to put this card into play untapped. So if you don't activate this and you put this into play, then if you took damage this turn, you can choose to put it into play untapped, which is great for auras because those otherwise never come into play untapped, unless it's a bounty. Next here we have, going back to the deck profile, we have 3 conspiracies, just a basic counter. So 3 of those, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 2 Unwilling Sacrifice, just a basic banish. Costs 2. And we have, 1 Withering Gaze. This is a basic sabotage. And 1 Tartarin Chains, basic bind. Now getting into the allies, and also as a note, so I think probably most of the homage to the original decks is paid in the allies here, especially with the names. I got to play around a lot more with the spells, but I think the core of the strategy was the creatures or allies here, I guess as you call them. In this, we're talking about Mage War here, so these are allies. So we have 3 Kaja Witches. I think you can probably guess which one this is. This has TP Missile. This is a new ability, so this is just deal 1 damage to any target, and of course TP, so tap this and pay 1 to activate it. Kaja, though, Phil and Kaja Foglio have got to be 2 of my favorite gaming artists of all time. Everything they do, I just love. Whether it's card games, especially Magic the Gathering, any of their Magic artwork. They have a bunch of RPG stuff that they've done. They even have, of course, the comics. So yeah, if Phil and Kaja Foglio ever illustrated a Mage War deck, that would be a dream come true. But moving on here, we have 3 Necroplasm Servants. 2 cost 1/2s with Greed 1, DA Advance, and Revive. So you should be familiar with these abilities here. Greed 1 is sort of a newish ability. just op activates to draw 1, because it only says 1 there. So 3 Necroplasm Servants. And then we have 3 Dismal Wraiths. 2 cost, 2 3s with DA Sabotage and World Research. I'm pretty sure these are based on, was it Liliana's Spectre? I think I tried to get as close as I could to that, and that's what I came up with for this here. So 3 Dismal Wraiths. And then we have 2 Shinigami, 3 cost, 2 1s with Infiltrate and Death. And actually that's op activated Death, because it doesn't specify the activation, which on an ally means it's op activated. So 2 of those. And then we have Gray Soul Merchant, 4 cost, 3/4 with DC Doom and World Greed. Of course, based on the Gray Merchant of Asphodel, colloquially known as Gary. But of this combo actually kind of functions a little more like Atog. Underworld Market's kind of a control aggro strategy. But yeah, the way this turned out, I'm pretty sure this plays a little more like an Atog in an affinity deck. But the idea is that you discard as many of your allies in play as you need, and then you can discard this probably after attacking. Oh, sorry for bumping the camera there. After attacking, and then of course this adds 1 more damage to the cards, or to the allies that you have in your. Actually, is it cards or allies? Pretty sure it's allies in your discard pile, and then yeah, you just activate Doom and deal a bunch of damage. Funny enough, though, in playtesting, I never got this combo off. I always ended the games with this deck long before this ever came out, so just never saw any play. But if there was more research in this deck, or if I ended up using that research a little bit more, I could have probably gotten it out. It just kind of didn't come up. I didn't have a game where I was desperate enough to put that out there and use that strategy. But yeah, lots of fun. Very good deck. Underworld Market. The deck list should be down in the description below. And hope you enjoy. And if you play Mono Black in MTG Pauper, then you should be familiar with this strategy. It should play in a familiar way. Next up, we will go to Delver, and then we'll do Ancient Bogles. And last up, we will do the Deck of Many Threats, aka Purple Alert. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.